Now, Freak. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. From the wing, it's hauled in by the Heat. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
And even though they're one of the top teams, they dropped the season series to this squad. So sometimes matchups play a role.
Yeah, sometimes matchups do, but I don't think they're interested in looking at that. They want to come back strong and show.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear.
I think I had that all my life.
And Monte Ellis is still trying. Here for the Heat, Jason Smith comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Goran Dragic. And so in the game for the Pacers, Hernandez, he's in at the point. Hill is out there with Mahinmi. Then it's Paul George, and it's Allen in at the 2 spot. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Ellis. That is good. 8 points for Freak.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Wade dishes to Ellis. He kicks to Bosh. Pass to Wade. He feeds it to Smith. 6 on the shot clock.
Inside 2 minutes.
It's stolen by Mahinmi. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks was not his usual self. He had 6 points and added a couple of rebounds with that. He was out of sync, never in the flow of the game, and really struggled to make an impact on the floor. We'll see if he turns it around here, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. What do you think held him back?
He certainly didn't seem to have the same level of energy that we're accustomed to seeing. I mean, he just looked a bit fatigued out there.
Yep, mentally and physically. I mean, it wasn't just he was a step slow. He also seemed to get down on himself and lose his energy and enthusiasm and confidence. He needs to find a spark here tonight.
Stoudemire's checked in for Miami. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Chris Bosh. And that one's good. Mahinmi's got his first 2 points of the night.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Ellis.
Move the ball. Stick it to
The dish to Allen. 6 to shoot. Passes to Hernandez. Allen kicks to Hill. From deep, George. And Stoudemire pulls it down. The Heat trail by 6. Ellis right side. Stoudemire trying to break free. Again, the miss by the Heat. Indiana's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Stolen by Wade. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. And the shot is good. Winslow's got 10 points in the game.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here's Hernandez. And a pretty tightly kick.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys were sharing. Things were going well for you. What about it pleased you?
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the...
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter. Welcome. Checked in for Miami. Ellis comes in for Winslow. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Bang comes in for Lavoy Allen. Allen's checked in for George. And Freak subbed in for George Hill. They've got Ellis. Chris Bosh is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Dragic. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Freak kicks to Turner. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Turner's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Allen against Wade. Clock at 6. Here's Bosch. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Miami. The Pacers also with a sub. Mahinmi's checked in from the top of the key. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosch has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The drive by Ellis. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The Heat making a switch here. Stokes is checked in. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Heat.
The activity level defensively,
All right.
I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And it's Dragic off the drive. And the rejection by Mahinmi. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Hernandez. A three-pointer is right on target. Freak's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Heat leading by 5. Dragic the pass away. Dishes it to Stoudemire. Ellis outside. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Offensive rebound. Wade dishes to Dragic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one. Now here's Freak. 15 points in the game. They set the pick. Shot from 12. He squares up and sinks it. Freak's got 17.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Stoudemire the screen. Wade against Dang. Dragic with a wide open look. Again, Dragic missing.
Move it.
Freak with it. 17 points in the game. And Indiana, another 3.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
It has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been...
Okay, Miami, now coming onto the court are your Heat dancers.
All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Checked in for Winslow. In Indiana with a change here too. Hernandez checked in for George Hill. On the court for Indiana, Hernandez. He's in at point guard. C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Allen is out there with Hill. And stolen by Freak. Moving it up. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Pacers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Wade outside. Screen by Smith. Wade kicks to Smith. 8 feet away. Miami no good on that time either. Pacers leading by 5. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's Ellis. And the shot is long. Indiana's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. They get it back. And the basket by Hill. And now a 9-point Pacer lead.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Bosch passes to Ellis. Back to Bosch. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one on George.
What a great game for Bosch in this one. 13 points and 2 blocks. He's been an intimidator down low. Even if a shot gets over him, he's pulling down the board.
And Clark, he's just in a total zone right now. We talk about zones for shooting. This guy is in a zone in terms of controlling the paint.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Winslow's checked in for Jason Smith. And it's Dragic in for Monte Ellis. It's stolen by Dragic. Kicks it to Bosch. He dishes it to Whiteside. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
Freak sets a screen for George. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
Dragic dishes the Bosch. He shoots again. Right side, no good.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And it's Freak missing. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to Milwaukee. The feed now to Bosch. Shoots from the baseline. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And now lead aside to foul intentionally. It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Here's Wade. 26 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Here's Bosch. Buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Back to Dragic. Launches it. Whiteside kicks to Wade. Bosch passes to Dragic. Wade dishes to Winslow. Trifecta! And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean,
Guys, Paul George standing